11 Sports and For the Fans welcomes you to the following presentation of the Simulation Football League.
From the Mile High City, Denver, Colorado, set within the beautiful foothills of the Rocky Mountains, where an SFL champion prepares to do battle with an old foe in a new place, the Arizona Scorpions. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Colin Northrup. Rick Northrup is on color.
Good afternoon.
Ruska Santagria and Benjamin Warner on stats. Cameron Irvine, our executive producer. Scorpions come in the midst of a cluster of 2-3 teams, while Denver is firmly atop the table with a 4-1 mark, looking to be the first team to reach 5 wins.
And I know everybody's excited for the Rick Meter updates that'll come along after the first couple of possessions. And we rolled the Rick Meter off the truck just a few minutes ago. Did my walk around, checked it all out, and it's ready to go.
Arizona as the visiting team, wearing the orange pants with white tops and black numerals. Call the toss, and the Scorpions will put their defense on the field first, led by Eddie Gage. So, Rick, you looking forward to this game? We got two of the league's top running backs, and DJ Moses II and Jared McChesney about to go head-to-head.
Absolutely, and I like to check out the defense and see if they are getting off balance or not in that matchup, battle of wits with the offenses. And I think these running backs the story might flow through those guys. Colin, here we go.
The kick by Cliff Allen to Bryce Battle gets the game started, and Battle returns it up to the 25-yard line, and we'll get our first look at Jared McChesney along with quarterback Josh Miller. We'll set the rest of the lineup in just a moment, as we have 1st and 10 from the 25 just underway here in the Mile High City.
Okay, so those All Blacks look tough. Just saying.
3 wide receivers, offset back to the left-hand side is McChesney. Miller. First play of the game will be a pass out to the top of the field, complete for a 7-yard pickup, out of bounds. That is Giacomo Jones on the reception. Tackle made by Iverson Gamble. It'll be a 2nd and 10. No, a 2nd and 3, rather. From the 32. Miller's the quarterback. McChesney is the running back. R.E. Mills is the fullback. Giacomo Jones, Bryce Battle, and Logan Keel are the wide receivers. Play action to McChesney. They're trying to throw to the fullback, but B.J. Loveless had other ideas. Knocks that away to set up a 3rd and 3.
I could see what he was looking at there, Colin, and that little over the middle was available and I think the timing might have just been off. He had a chance to get it to him a step or two earlier, and he might have had an ability to catch and room to run. But here we go, 3rd and 3.
Jeremy Mosley is the tight end. Josh Miller, knocked away. That is the other linebacker, Joey Tropicana, knocking that down, and it's a quick 3 plays and a punt for the Nightwings.
Wow, and if you've listened to me before, and all of my fans, which number 0, know that one of my issues with QBs is they don't air it out. They throw these darts when all you got to do is just put a little touch on it, and you can loft it over, and both of those passes that were knocked down were too flat, did not have enough height on them.
The punt from Willie Long is away, and fair catch is almost immediately called by Jacob McCall, who will set up his offense at the 33, 1st and 10. Ashley Jackson is the quarterback for Arizona, number 9. DJ Moses, the second, is the tailback. Nick Lasala is the fullback. Wide receivers are the Hands brothers. Donnie Hands, number 11. James Hands, number 12. Jacob McCall, number 13. And the tight end is Tiberius Bovine. And the center is Sean Crooked. More on him a little later. First play from scrimmage for Arizona is a handoff to Moses, who picks up 4 yards to set up a 2nd and 6.
There you go. First running play of the game. Right there. And a good pickup.
Marlon Marshall and Michael Rochester are the defensive ends. Des Troyer is the defensive tackle. Richie Leopold and Adam Wiseman are the linebackers. Matt Papineau, Nick Kingler, and Ross Casantagria are the corners.
Oh!
As Moses breaks in the open field, has one man to beat. That's Kindler. He breaks the tackle. There goes Moses down the sideline before Wiseman finally wraps him up at the 13. 1st and 10.
Before Wiseman. You mean before 3 Wiseman. Sorry. That's unbelievable.
He follows his fullback Masella beautifully, and the spin move there as he rumbles down the field. That's Papineau, who tried to make the tackle before Wiseman eventually could get there.
It ends up acting just like Superman's cape as he continues downfield. And you notice on that sideline shot on the replay, he had a whole herd of blockers with him. Well executed, Arizona.
Jackson in the gun, throws over the middle, it's intercepted. Intercepted on the play by Matt Papineau, the cornerback. Looking for James Hansen. She just threw it behind her intended receiver who had beaten the press.
But he wasn't even really open. I mean, he was a couple steps behind the defender, Colin, but that should not have been thrown. Oh, okay to say that.
For Arizona on defense, defensive end Didi Sack and Mark Mello. The defensive tackles Alex Constantine, EJ DeQ. As Jared McChesney runs over a defender, that is Manakanakan, the cornerback. He's one of 3, along with Iverson Gamble and Parker Thomas.
A little case of anything you can do, I can do better, as Denver decides to execute a running play there. Their first of the ball game.
Anthony Weil and Eddie Gage are the safety.
Tight on the line for Arizona.
And Miller back to throw, fires it out complete. That is to the man they call the old timer, Logan Keel, number 82.
A wily vet.
In his 6th season, all with this team, he was one of the originals who came from San Antonio when this team was sold to Jeremy Vega. He decided to stay with Denver when they moved here. Jared McChesney takes the swing route and picks up 2 yards. As we take a look at the running backs, you see the number of carries are fairly close. Number of rush yards are fairly close. But the exact same yards per carry. Total touchdowns, McChesney has 10. He's also a good receiving threat, although Moses has more yards. Play action for McChesney over the middle. Ooh. Ari Mills dropped the ball. The big fullback running out there as an H-back. Dropped the ball and it'll be 3rd and 8.
The process of dropping the ball, it's actually in the air tantalizingly for a moment there for the defense.
Anthony Weil made the hit, the veteran coming over from Jacksonville. EJ DeQ is the defensive tackle. He took a few seasons off, previously spent time with what is now the Jacksonville Kings when they were in Tallahassee. As Josh Miller slant over the middle, first down grab is made to the 40-yard line. First down, and that is Bryce Battle on the reception.
Just a nice catch in traffic. He knows he's going to get hit.
Boy, did he ever. B.J. Lovelace brought the wood that time.
Still hangs on to the ball. Good possession type receiver play right there.
Trips to the bottom. Again, they run play action off the sprint draw, trying to go to the fullback, but it was too crowded, and they're knocked away. 2nd and 10.
We're still scoreless here in the first if you're just joining us. The Simulation Football League. This is Denver's second possession after Arizona marched into the red zone and promptly threw an interception.
Now they go with an extra tight end to join Mosley on either side of the line. And this will be a throw out to Jared McChesney. And McChesney gets popped out of bounds after an 8-yard pickup to set up a 3rd and 2.
Does pick up good yardage. Going, and he had a little stiff arm extended to deliver a little bit of a blow to the tackler.
Again, they go trips to the bottom on this 3rd and 2. Again, they go play action. Instead of going for Mills, they go for Jones, and that's him a 1st down.
Move the sticks, and Denver trying to get themselves in position for the first score of the game.
1st and 10 on the 44, 6:40 and counting to go in this opening frame. Jared McChesney on the carry up the middle and get stopped at their pickup of 1.
It looked like 2, but they're saying 2nd and 9.
Look at the series history. Denver leads all-time meetings 2-1. This is the first meeting since season 11, and the last meeting took place in August of 2018, and that was a 34-16 win. First time these two identities have actually met on the field. Both of these teams were in different locations for a long time.
That's right. And those locations were?
Denver was in San Antonio's the Vaqueros, and Arizona, up until last year, was located in Oklahoma City as the Renegades.
Now living in the desert as a Scorpion.
Now they go trips to the top. Here's that play action they like to run so much. Oh, Mills! He had it in his hands, but Eddie Gage had other ideas. Knocked that away. That was on 3rd down and 6, and it'll be another punt.
With all the defenders in that area, it's amazing that he got his hands on the ball, the receiver, but well delivered.
Lily Long standing on the other side of midfield. Try to pin the Scorpions deep. And, the bounce is unkind. 5:24 left in the first quarter. You're watching the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports, and for the fans, we have no score from Denver, Colorado. Back in Richard L. Stone Memorial Stadium here in Denver, Colorado, the Arizona Scorpions had the ball 1st and 10 on their own 20. They had an interception thrown on their very first drive, and they were looking to score. Ashley Jackson is in the gun, back to either side. He swings this out to Donnie Hands, who catches it and runs out of bounds at the pickup of 5.
Something a little different for the opener. Sorry, go ahead, Colin.
Don't forget to have your phone out and ready and join the crowd play app and answer the game within the game as you play for $1,000 prize pool available in the Android and iOS app stores as DJ Moses picks up 2 yards. He had that big 49-yard run earlier, as you see. He's up to 54 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 3.
And on that first drive, Arizona had a great long running play to get them in position. They started off with a pass this time. They were back-to-back running plays in their first possession.
Ashley Jackson in the gun. DJ Moses sidecar right. Jackson has to step up, but she goes down instead. No one open downfield, and Denver gets a sack and a quick 3 and out.
Wow, I thought actually she was going to take off. She might have had a chance for the first down, but Big 99 comes off the block and puts an end to that.
That is Destroyer, the defensive tackle. They call him the Destroyer for obvious reasons.
Living up to his billing, advanced billing.
And Arizona's punt is away, and Bryce Battle will get stopped at his own 42. So these teams continue to hold serve one another. And who you got? Pull had the Nightwings heavily favored. Almost 75% of our community picked the Nightwings. Arizona's the underdogs.
Our other friend in the background, the Rick meter, is confused because Arizona has not done a whole lot with the ball, but Denver has not put any points on the board, so we're staying at neutral.
Jared McChesney breaks the tackle, breaks the second one. Jared McChesney 30, 20, 10, and a one-play lightning strikes in the form of Jared McChesney. Touchdown, Denver.
There we go. Nice run as he gets loose and rumbles and stumbles down the field and takes that to the house.
It broke a tackle immediately at the line of scrimmage.
Look at that wall. Wow.
I couldn't tell who that was, and broke a second one, and then he hit the afterburners. Manikanaka could not keep pace.
All right, so apparently the Nightwings were listening to the call, and I said the Rick meter has no idea what to do. We can't really do anything given the data, and here we go. They put it in the end zone.
That's a 58-yard rushing touchdown by McChesney. So it takes him one play to travel 58 yards, and Kramer Jackman makes it his jersey number as the Nightwings lead 7-0.
And with that, the Rick meter is going to go lean Denver. Thanking the Denver offense for putting some points on the board. It wanted to lean Denver, but it couldn't. And here we go.
They call it a J train, and with runs like that, that's for good reason. Jacob McCall, deep out of his own end zone, will return this up to the Denver 21. See the rush yards per game. Denver is 8th coming in. Arizona actually 128, right on the button for 4th best in the league.
That's a pretty tight grouping if you're only 3.2 yards more and you go from 8th to 4th.
And thanks to Mighty Joe Young, who points out that is Jared McChesney's 9th rushing touchdown. Among the league leaders coming in, he had 8 prior to today as the slant throw over the middle is caught by the elder statesman Tiberius Bovine, who picks up 7. That'll be 2nd and 3. Bovine in his 13th season in the SFL, one of the longest tenured players, along, of course, with Eddie Gage. Also in his 13th season, believe it or not, Rick.
Wow, he doesn't look that old.
2nd and 3, Jackson quick drop, slant over the middle, caught for a first down by Donnie Hands. And it was a quick 3-step drop from the center and immediately fired out. Tackle made combo-wise by Leopold and was that Papano I saw in there?
Might be. Here's one of my favorite formations. Let's go.
3 tight ends and a fullback in the backfield for Arizona, and DJ Moses only finds room for 1.
Okay, excuse me. If I had, 2, 3 tight ends over on the left side of the formation, I'd be running over that way, not up the middle. Not total waste, but not using your resources efficiently with all those extra blockers on the line there.
Now they throw in a tight end with LaSalle to the fullback as Moses gets the handoff again and this time finds more room up to the 41 to set up a 3rd and 4.
Of course, I'm old school. I think the single wing ought to be something everybody runs all the time, just because you always have, almost every time, you have better numbers. More hats versus their less hats.
3rd and 4, Arizona needs to convert here. Jackson over the middle, caught, 1st down, yardage to the Denver 48. That is James' hand.
And one of the officials takes a tumble there in the process. Got run over, sir. Load up, sir.
That's his first catch. That's an 11-yard pickup according to our statisticians, Rosca Santagria and Benjamin Warner. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Press coverage from Denver. They go to the bunt side, and Donnie Hands catches it with ease and picks up a 1st down.
Nicely done. They overload it, confuse the secondary, the defense just enough to free him. Free
up. 1st and 10 from the 37 of the Nightwings. Arizona on the move. They have backs either side, tight end in the game. Oh, and Jackson throws another interception. This time it's grabbed by Papanow. His pass intended for Bovine. And the troubles for the Scorpions continue.
Let's take another look at that.
Looking for Bovine, and he just comes off of James' hands.
It's just kind of backpedaling and playing center field, and the ball comes right to him.
And of course, that excites Denver the Service Dog because his namesake team has forced 2 turnovers so far. 4 wide for Denver. Miller. Oh, he threw a pick. He threw it right to the defender, number 47, and he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. That's one way to get a score.
Oh, my goodness. What a terrific play and a wonderful turn of events for the Arizona Scorpions.
That's the other linebacker in the court, Alan Sita, number 47.
Oh, he's the same thing, just sort of playing center field, hanging out in his zone. Ball comes right to him.
He's had one swat down already, and Eddie Gage has to be really happy about that.
Indeed.
Forget the Mick pick 2. That interception was a Mick pick 6.
Have a little extra cheese with that call. Denver continues to be riled up in the booth here. He's excited to be with us here in the Mile High City.
Cliff Allen's extra point is up and good. And with 59 seconds left to go in the opening quarter, we're tied at 7 via the most unlikely of pick 6s. Bryce Battle up the middle will get knocked down at the 23. And for Denver, you got to wipe that from your memory and just forget about it.
Exactly. You got to still come out and execute. I think, if you're Denver, you probably have the edge in execution and ability to move the ball. Just one mistake evens it up, though.
Night Wings have to be more careful with the football as Josh Miller back for another pass attempt. Oh, he almost threw a pick right there. Iverson Gamble covering Giacomo Jones like he was a blanket. Knocked that down.
I might have tried to force that a little bit, Colin. It's not a good sign if he's trying to press. If he starts trying to press, because that's going to lead to more mistakes. I don't think they need to take a lot of risks. They just need to run their offense, stick to their game plan, Colin.
Miller, 7 of 14 for 51 yards and that interception. Josh Stearns gives to Jared McChesney carry number 4, and this time he only picks up a yard for his troubles. You see the running back comparison, the averages are pretty close as well as the yards, but Jared with the one touchdown of 58 yards.
Yeah, that average is misleading because both running backs have had one long play from scrimmage, and they need to give them the ball more, Colin. Make us look smart when we said, hey, or at least me, when I said I think this game's going to go through the running backs.
And the throw was bobbled by a defender, but it caught on the ricochet by Jeremy Mosley, the tight end, number 84. For the first down, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. We are tied at 7. You're watching the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports and for the fans. Welcome back to Denver, Colorado. As we start the second quarter, if the second quarter is anything like the first, we're going to be in for a roller coaster. I'm Colin Northrop. He's Rick Northrop.
Yo.
Ruska Santagria and Benjamin Warner are our statisticians. Cameron Irvine, the SFL commissioner, is our producer. We got 1st and 10 for Denver, and this time the throw is directly to Jeremy Mosley. He picks up 6 yards. 2nd and 4.
Pitch and catch amongst the players on the same team. That's nice.
Mosley is an inviting target at 6'3", 250. Forgot to mention Denver has 2 offensive linemen, both guards. Jean Benezzi from Paris, France, and D'Amico Ryan from Houston, Texas. Both rookies. As Jared McChesney picks up the first down on the swing pass. Tackle made by Parker Thomas. And one under defender, and Iverson Gamble is down.
Is dead.
He's down on the sidelines.
He's knocked out.
Somebody
He's
get
not dead.
the
He's
stretcher.
dead. He'll be back next series.
Oh, looks like he came up to try and make the tackle on McChesney, and he had a Charlie horse, it looks like.
Charlie horse pulled a hammy, blew a tire.
Luckily, they have a third corner in the depth chart, Parker Thomas, number 42. He is the special teamers here, so the depth chart will get shuffled up a little bit here.
I tell you, if I'm Iverson Gamble and I pull up lame, I'm going to just lay down and go crud myself. Oh.
As that throw will go out to number 86.
Was he in bounds?
They say yes, that was a catch. R.J. Decker, the other tight end.
Yes.
And Ashley Jackson in the FTF next chat, more on that in a minute, says, eat a banana. As Jared McChesney fires up the middle, and he's now up to 70 yards on just 5 carries. Tell us more about FTF next, Rick.
All right, I will.
As we have a 3rd and 2. Ari Mills leading the way for McChesney as McChesney picks up the first down with ease to the 36.
All right, you mentioned the FTF. So you can chat with owners, coaches, and players in the FTF Next Twitch chat at www.twitch.tv/FTF Next. To meet the players you're watching on the screen today, get involved, witness the passion of the community, follow along with all the action amongst the most dedicated SFL players. The FTF Next Twitch chat at www.twitch.tv/FTF Next. There you go. And nothing happened. Last game, every read, something exciting happened. And you had to interrupt me.
This throw goes out to Jeremy Mosley. That's already his 3rd catch. Picks up 6 yards on that reception. I see Ashley Jackson in there. Eric, JD, WA, Manikanaka, the mighty Joe Young. I saw Eddie Gage, Arizona's owner, in there earlier. 2nd and 4, McChesney has traffic, but he can't navigate it successfully as Constantine and Seaton, the pick 6 recipient, make the TFL together.
Can I talk? They had that well defended. I would suggest film study on that is the reason they played that so well, the Scorpions.
Miller over the middle, and Ari Mills finally makes a reception. It's a Christmas miracle, folks. He was targeted 4 times and either dropped the ball or had it swatted before he could grab it, but the big fullback finally breaks open down the middle of the field as Josh Miller is up over 100 yards, but he's thrown the 1 pick 6.
Did I see a lightning quick double pump or a pump fake right before he delivered that, Colin?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all right. North Pole pump fake for the Christmas miracle.
4 receivers, play action. McChesney to the bottom side. This is Giacomo Jones. He picks up 7 with ease as he keeps it both inbound.
Tantalizingly close here for your Denver Nightwings, who are surprised to find themselves tied with Arizona.
They go. 3 receivers in the pattern, and Jared McChesney walks in without so much as being touched. Touchdown for Denver.
Thus completeth the Hallmark movie as boy gets girl. There we go.
And the offensive line, led by both of those guards I mentioned earlier, clearing away for Jared McChesney's 2nd rushing touchdown of the day. This one of a much shorter length.
I'd say surprised to have been tied with Arizona because it was such a easy pick 6 for Arizona and a mistake that Denver just doesn't typically make.
Kramer Jackman's extra point is up and good. Denver leads 14-7 over Arizona at home. You're watching the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports and for the fans. Welcome back to Zoden Memorial Stadium here in Denver, Colorado. As the Night Wings take a 7-point lead, 14-7, at home over Arizona, who has the defensive touchdown to their credit. And Jacob McCall trying to change the narrative. And there goes McCall. He has a block to the outside. Can he outrun those two defenders? No, he cannot, as he gets tackled at the Denver 31-yard line.
Holy smoke. What a return. Here come your Arizona Scorpions. Nicely done. Look at that.
Up the middle, and then he cuts to the outside, and then once he breaks this tackle.
Number 12 had him, and then he didn't.
And then that's Graham Canyon before he was finally run down by Teddy Farmer.
Wow.
And the offense starts up in primo field position.
Well, buckle up, everybody. The Rick meter is still leaning Denver at this point, but look at this.
Here's your favorite formation, 3 tight ends and a fullback.
There we go.
Now they run behind those extra tight ends. DJ Moses showing off the moves, picks up 9 yards. As you see there, it's long of 49. He's up to 68 yards on 6 carries. According to our statisticians.
So right now, Arizona is sitting on 7 points that their defense manufactured for them. They've got great field position from special teams. The offense needs to stick this thing in the end zone.
Second down and 1, easy first down pickup for Moses as he charges to the 14. And he's fast approaching 100. As we get a nice look at that up the middle.
Ooh.
Sean Crooked, the center. Number 65.
Colin always sympathetic to the big uglies up front. Nice.
And Sean is from Brooklyn, New York. He's a fan of the New York Giants, Mets, and Knicks. Has an e-commerce website and played for Annapolis, the minor league season.
Whoa!
As this throw goes out to Moses, spun off one defender before he gets knocked down for 7. He's married and has a daughter, and by my count, Crooked was one of 12 Annapolis players drafted by SFL teams this year.
Yeah. What they were a great team. They were loaded with talent. Here they are in the SFL.
Second down and 2, they go trips to the bottom. They go 4 wide. And the handoff is to Moses, who powers in for the touchdown. Arizona's an extra point away from a tie.
Wow. Well done, Arizona. And that completes the hat trick with defense, special teams, and now offense all contributing. So assuming they're successful with the try, we can give you an update on the Rick meter after that.
Don't forget to get your player position locked and loaded through our Discord server and the SFL Minor League SFLM. Now there's 12 teams. There's more opportunities than ever to be the player you always wanted to be. Join our Discord community through www.simulationfl.net. The second season of the minor league starts in October. Contact Deputy Commissioner Andrew Rustella in Discord for more information. Extra point by Cliff Allen is up and good. 5:55 left in the second quarter.
All right. The palindrome. Yeah, so the Rick meter now is going to go back to neutral, as we've seen complete play, as I noted, from all 3 units of Arizona. So the Rick meter's at neutral here in the second quarter.
Battle's return goes up to the 29. You see those side patterns on the side of the uniform for the Night Wings. It's pays in tribute to the Rocky Mountains here, of which you can get plenty of spectacular views from wherever you are in Denver.
Indeed.
Trips to the bottom as they go empty. Josh Miller back to throw as a man coming into space and nearly throws an interception. Man came, but the pressure was number 99, Mark Mello, as Iverson Gamble is done for today. He tore his Achilles,
Ow.
but thanks to the power of SFL medicine, he'll be back next week.
Right. In the meantime, he'll be pushing everything off to the right with his golf shot with that Achilles problem, says Carl Spangler.
Trips to the bottom. Mosley, the tight end, is to the top. Jared McChesney runs over one defender before he gets knocked down after a 5-yard pickup. You see the numbers. Jackson up to only 50 yards, has those 2 picks. Josh Miller, 113, but that one interception was a costly one. Pick 6.
The costliest of costly interceptions. Look at the defensive arrangement here. Let's see.
3rd down and 5. Miller
Ooh.
out of bounds for a first down to the 41. Manakanaka defending, but Giacomo Jones shows off the soft touch with the toes on the sideline.
And that was a precision throw as Arizona tries to back into some coverage to prevent the first down. And Miller finds a guy. Finds a guy.
Well, I'm glad that the folks in the chat think the SFL medicine reference I did for Mr. Gamble was funny. Josh Miller's pass goes out to Mosley. That's a pickup of 8 yards. Tackle made out there at the 49.
The interesting thing about SFL medicine is it just takes a spoonful of sugar to make that medicine go down. Anyway.
A 2nd down and 2. Jared McChesney runs over one defender viciously. That's Wyo, who went flying backwards. McChesney got stopped at the 42. We'll get another look at it again, Rick. Anthony Wyo went flying.
Wow. Well, they'd like to. Obviously, you want to score on every possession, so that's an obvious comment. But it would be nice for the Night Wings if they could tack some points on here late in the 2nd before heading into the break.
They go 4 wide, but both of their tight ends are out. Here's Jeremy Mosley, makes the catch and picks up the first down with ease to the 30 as he gets knocked out of bounds there.
Yeah, some people don't actually like the spoonful of sugar, but it just doesn't sound right to say just a spoonful of aspartame makes your SFL medicine go down. Nah, that's...
And my dear friend Dwayne Schindler pops in the chat and
yeah, Julie Andrews. Gotta love Julie Andrews.
141 yards for Miller. 66.3 quarterback rating. Play action for Miller. Oh, near that sack, but he still got it. Thrown to the sideline. TD sacks. Game closing in a hurry.
Well, that's the 2nd near sack while releasing the ball play we've seen in this series, and fortunate that neither one were intercepted.
2nd down and 10. There's a look at Wyo. Appreciate the compliment, Nicholas Sala. We enjoy doing this, don't we, Rick?
It's a privilege. Happy that anybody listens to us. Thank you very much.
Josh Miller back to throw. Fires down the field. That's first battle open for a touchdown. And the Night Wings strike through the air.
Ooh. Little posing there, yeah. Get another look at this. Lots of time.
Just throws it right on the line over Wyo's outstretched arms as he goes for the swat. Touchdown, Denver.
Not necessarily badly or poorly defended. Maybe allowed just a little bit too much of a gap, or hats off to the receiver for creating that gap. But just right. Another precise throw.
Bryce Battle. That's now 2 catches for 41 yards and a touchdown for him. That was a 30-yard touchdown pass. he got from Josh Miller, who's up to 161 on 16 completions. We have 3:34 to go until halftime. Rick, you might want to cinch up your seatbelt a little tighter.
I am going to have to.
If this is just the first half, I can't imagine what the second half of the game is going to be like.
We're at 34 with the over-under set at 55.5, so that is under threat right now.
And McCall had a nice return last time. This one's pretty good, but the Nightwings keep him hemmed in on Arizona's side of the 50.
Yeah, Nightwings saw the, he got loose to their right, and they don't let that happen this time. He tries the same move.
Scott Stover of Mexico City in the chat says,
yes.
Dad, that you're an encyclopedia of movie references.
Right.
Trust me, Scott, it isn't the half of it. There's plenty more. Play action.
Oh!
They go into James' hands, and that's completed for 5 yards. A little bit of trickery.
Who was the defender there? He was going for the pick six. Put the jump on the ball.
That defender to the top, I believe, was Papanow.
Right. So who was Julie Andrews' co-star in giving a spoonful of sugar to make the medicine go down? You don't have to give it away. I wonder if anybody in the chat knows without Googling it.
DJ Moses spins up the middle, picks up 4 yards to set up 3rd and 1.
So what a run, a little two for Julie Andrews had there. Colin, to Sound of Music and then right into Mary Poppins. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, in particular. As Jackson goes over the middle. Oh, it's dropped.
Oh.
He had the first down in his hands, in James' hands, but he couldn't haul it in. And Scott Stover is the trivia winner. He says Van Dyke.
That's right.
And he said
Dick Van Dyke, the chimney sweep, the love interest with Mary Poppins.
And if you talk to any Englishman, they'll all say that Dick Van Dyke's English accent, was the worst accent in the history of Hollywood movies.
Right. But a great movie nonetheless. All right, so fair catch. Denver gets the ball back, Colin, still with over 2 minutes to go. And Arizona's going to be a little uptight right here. They are going to need to stop Denver and keep this game within reason ahead of the break. What do you got for us?
McChesney, 91 yards on 9 carries. Arizona, with that last failed 3rd down, is now 1 for 3. As Josh Miller back to throw. Throws out of bounds.
Oh, no.
Looking for Mosley.
Come on, guys. There's nobody around. Runs that route too close to the sideline. And can't complete the catch.
Arizona has to get a defensive stop here, but remember, they elected to kick to start the ball game. So if they get a stop here, they have an opportunity potentially for a double dip.
They get a stop.
And that won't help matters as the throw is complete to Giacomo Jones. 190 yards passing for Miller. He has a touchdown and an interception.
The matters may be getting out of hand as far as Arizona's concerned here at the end of the second quarter.
Lyle tried to make a play on the ball, but Jones just left in front of him. He is
Denver approaching field goal range for their kicker.
6'2", 200 is Giacomo.
Oh, thank you.
As McChesney goes on a power play, breaks the tackle. Jared McChesney's in the open field, but saving at the last possible minute was Anthony Wild. And with that, as you see McChesney running over defenders, we reached the 2-minute warning here in Denver. You're watching the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports and for the fans. Out of the 2-minute warning here in Denver, Colorado, the Night Wings looking to take a 2-score lead going into the halftime break. They're up by 7, but they're looking to extend it. Ball is on the Arizona 32.
Arizona pressing. No, they back out.
And the throw is caught. That is Battle, or that is RJ Decker who caught the ball. The corner went for a swat, but Miller placed it beautifully.
Sorry about that, Colin. I went fanboy. I was enjoying the game there for a second over your call. My bad.
That's okay, Rick.
Thank you very much. So we got a first down. The Arizona 19. That's the red zone, boys and girls.
155. They have all 3 timeouts at their disposal. Josh Miller hit as he throws, complete to Jeremy Mosley. That'll be first and goal from the 5.
Frustrating is it for Arizona defense that they've gotten to Miller 3 times and he's still released the ball. Not necessarily for completions. That was a completion, but they haven't been able to either sack him or force a pick.
We've called Mosley's name a lot today. He goes out wide as Arizona elects to play press coverage on the slot receivers. Miller back to throw. Under pressure, and this time down he goes. Alex Constantine along with Mark Mello in on the sack as he breaks a can of beer, or pantomimes that over his...
Enjoys a can of beer and crushes it on his helmet. Exactly. Wow. Right in his face, too. Isn't that supposed to be a flag? Uh-oh. We got something special coming here.
Audible being called as clock winds under a minute. Here's the Jared McChesney handoff down over the McChesney down to the 1.
He cuts it back.
He cut it back inside. If he stayed out, he could have scored.
Hit the pylon, dude. Oh my gosh.
3rd and goal from the 1. Miller. Down he goes for the sack. Timeout called by Denver with 36 seconds left.
Oh, I'm going to have to hit the cough button because this is cracking me up.
Kramer Jackman on for a field goal attempt. And my goodness.
Oh, how quickly it all blows up. What the heck? This will still serve Denver's purposes of trying to get a 2-score differential. But the easy touchdown was right there.
Kramer Jackman's field goal from 22 is good. So it's now a 10-point game. But it could have been a 14-point game.
Question in the chat on who got that sack, Colin. I did not notice. Maybe the stats team might have picked that up. I don't know if someone could shoot us a note. I was too busy chortling.
The kickoff is about 5 yards deep, and McCall won't take any chance. He'll just down this in the end zone. Ball will be coming out to the 20.
As you noted, Colin, Arizona will receive the kick to start the second half. So this may be one of those run a play or two, see if they can advance the ball decently, and then at that point decide whether or not to pack it in or continue to try and press the issue?
Well, to answer your question, it was Constantine with the sack.
Thank you.
As Ashley Jackson throws this out to Tiberius Wellbein, his second catch, he picks up 7.
The clock winds, though. Did not get out of bounds.
And it looks like Arizona will be just content to go down by 10. Little flat pattern being run by the veteran tight end, who's the all-time leader in every receiving mark there is to gain for a tight end in this league. The last play of the half will be a pass, but only dropped by James Hands. His second drop, incomplete. And we reach halftime with the score for 24-14, Denver out front. Rick, as we take a look at the halftime numbers and statistics, Ashley Jackson has 61 yards on 8 completions, but 2 interceptions. DJ Moses has 88 yards on 9 carries and a touchdown. It also has a catch for 8 yards. Leading receiver is Donnie Hands with 3 catches for 23 yards. Jacob McCall has yet to even have a target, and James Hands has had 2 catches on 5 targets, along with a couple of critical drops. And Rick, as we take a look at the highlights here,
Yes.
what do you think Arizona needs to do in order to get back in this ball game?
Well, I think seems weird to say, but just get back on their regular program. So you went through the stats with Ashley Jackson, and those were very un-Ashley Jackson stats for a half, right? So, and the thing about Ashley Jackson is she's very talented, but she's also sneaky. She'll uncork something or see something in the defense and either make or facilitate a great play with them. And I think they just have to have confidence in their team and what they're doing, because they're unlikely to have a half like that again. And so I think, if I'm Arizona, made some mistakes, and it took a while to get off the schneid, scoring with the offense anyway. But I think they can compete. They just need to clean things up. Does that make sense to you?
That makes sense to me. If you're Denver, you got to be pretty happy. Aside from the 1 pick 6 and giving up that long kickoff return to Jacob McCall, you got to be pretty happy with your overall team performance. Giacomo Jones has made several clutch catches like that, and Jared McChesney is well on his way to another huge rushing day.
Go ahead.
These Night Wings put up 58 points last week versus London, and they have 24 at half.
Yep. For the Night Wings, I think the operative, the objective is to just continue to step on the gas. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep trying to score on every possession, obviously, and solid defense, and don't let up, because they know Arizona is going to come back and play better in the second half.
Kramer Jackman's kickoff is fielded by Jacob McCall in the end zone, but McCall will get racked up in his own 21, and that's where Arizona will begin the first possession of the second half. We'll get a look at Ashley and see what adjustments Eddie Gage made. Of course, Gage is a defensive coach by trade, so him picking up the offense, there's been a bit of a learning curve, but we've seen flashes of them being dynamic, particularly in the run game. Jackson back to throw. Outcut. This time it is caught by James Hands, who picks up 9 yards. Tackle made by Papanow.
Hey, as we start the second half, if you're new to the Simulation Football League, you're watching the first controllerless esport where strategy and AI instead of thumbs determines the outcome. Teams submit game plans prior to the simulation, and the results play out live in real time with hundreds of viewers turned players, scouts, coaches, and team owners on the field to create an all-new kind of virtual reality. Visit www.simulationfl.net for more information.
And you see the particulars up there in the playbooks. 230 plays maximum, 105 is the minimum. As DJ Moses spins ahead and picks up the first down. and there's plenty of opportunities for people to scout and coach, not only here in the major leagues, but the minor leagues as well. They're constantly on the lookout for people with the league, with the minor league SFLM growing from 8 teams to 12. That
Yep. And if you're, if you want to get started or you're nervous about it, get into the SFLM and get started. It's a great way to become involved.
DJ Moses trying to follow his pulling guard, but Richie Leopold had other ideas, racking him up with the TFL. Leopold's been a nice addition to this Nightwing defense. 6'3", 265 as an inside linebacker, signed in week 2 to replace Echo Love.
And that's a solid linebacker, and he's sneaky fast. You don't expect
4 wide receivers trips to the top. Jackson down the field. Almost intercepted on the play by number 22, Mike Dino, as the pass was going deep down the field for Roscoe Justice.
Yeah, back to Leopold. Visually, you don't expect a guy like that to be as quick as he is.
3rd down and 12. Arizona 1 for 3 on 3rd downs. Jackson pumps over the middle. No, they almost got there. Little forward effort by Donahans, but ultimately close, but no cigar. Jackson up to 83 yards.
A valiant second effort trying to get over the line to gain. And here we go.
Arizona looking like they're lining up to go for it. They have 3 tight ends. Bovine is on the far side. Saul is the fullback. They could be trying to get him to jump. Linebacker looked like they were showing blitz. Now they move over, and Jackson will call time.
These decisions are always, fraught with danger. For me, at midfield, in the second half, you're down. You may be, you're trying to mount a comeback. I'm not sure blowing a timeout or using a timeout that you might need near the end of the game. I don't know that that's worth it at this point.
Windu.
Be that as it may, they do. And here now is the punt.
Windu, the punter, standing back deep just past his own 40. Makes the snap, kicks a good one. This is fielded by Brett Battle, who returns it up to the 19. 8:33 left in the 3rd. Denver out in front by 10, 24-14. You're watching the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports and for the Fan. Welcome back to Denver, Colorado. The Nightwings have a comfortable 10-point lead over the Arizona Scorpions, 24-14. 8:33 left in the 3rd. Nightwings take over on their own 19-yard line, 1st and 10. Josh Miller runs play action, throws, and it is complete to Giacomo Jones, who's able to turn upfield and pick up 9 yards. That's 6 receptions and 8 targets for Mr. Jones.
That same DB goes for the pick again. and it allows the completion.
And I'd like to give a special shout out to Louisiana Revolution defensive tackle Luther Gahn. He won the Beat the Crowd Challenge at halftime. Well, congratulations to him.
Woo-hoo.
He won a cash prize.
Cash, which is just as good as money.
2nd down and 1. Miller. Deep down the middle. Oh, almost picked off by Wyo. He couldn't hold on.
Yeah, I love that. Oh, here's another look, Colin. Sorry. Just kind of the ball and all the defenders arrive at the same time, don't they? Blink.
Remember, if you want to play the game within the game, download the CrowdPlay app. We have a $1,000 prize pool at stake for the winner, and it is available on Google Play and iOS app stores. 3rd down and 1. The Nightwings. They'll go back to throw. This time it's Battle. Their Decker out of bounds at the 33.
A 1st down. You know, I love that crowd play stuff. And you know, speaking of that, isn't it great? We're all falling in love with Julie Andrews again too. It's great. What was that movie later in her career that was so enjoyable? Is that Princess Bride?
It might have been Princess Bride.
Yeah. Sure. Anyway, I'm gonna Google that here after the game.
Blitz being shown by Arizona. Here's to get to Jared McChesney. Breaks the tackle. Breaks the 2nd tackle. And Jared McChesney picks up a 1st down to the 45. He's now up over 100 yards. He's got 127 on 12 carries.
It's just tough running, and he's got his head up. He keeps his feet going, and using some of his God-given talent there to just bowl people over. Look at that.
Shout out to Ari Mills, who had a good block on BJ Loveless. Able to create just enough interference for McChesney to follow the pathway. Audible being called by Miller.
Princess Diaries, thank you very much.
And here's the throw. Oh, out of bounds, but it'll be a late hit. Joey Tropicana.
Oh, little frustration there.
We have a late hit. Out of bounds. It's going to be on Tropicana. I think there's a little bit of frustration from Arizona showing because, you know, they got their team 7 points.
Just going to pile on. This is like an old-fashioned schoolyard jam pile there, dog pile, whatever you call it at your elementary school. I'm just going to flop on you, give you a little extra business there.
Thank you, Tom Rahman, for the correction on the Julie Andrews movie. Play action. Miller over the middle, and Ari Mills with a diving reception to the 19. 1st down.
You know, everybody loves Dick Van Dyke, but he had a dark side. The rumor was that he had kept his brother Jerry Van Dyke sort of on the sidelines and in the shadows. He didn't want him to be famous, so he finally got his big break playing that Coach for Coach, the old TV show. Luther was that dude's name.
And for the record, Bill Fargabucky was Dub, who
is also today
the voice of Patrick Star and SpongeBob. See, and the throw down the middle is complete. The Bryce Battle for the touchdown.
There's another star, Bryce Battle.
And the young man makes another touchdown reception. This one of 19 yards. The previous one was a 30.
Wow. Look at nobody's bothering to cover him. Holy smoke. Wow. Excellent recognition, obviously, by Miller, and Battle finds that little seam. I don't know if that was the designed route or not, but he runs to the open space and collects 6.
Tim Hackett with a great Patrick quote in the chat as Kramer Jackman's extra point is up and good. We have 6:47 to go in the 3rd, and Denver is firmly in control. They're up 31-14. And Rick, this is starting to get into desperate territory. If you're Arizona.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, let's not use the D word just yet. It's still 6 minutes to go, but you know, they do need a few scores. We'll leave it at that.
The kickoff is fielded a yard deep in the end zone. Jacob McCall will get tackled at the 20. And Tim Hackett continues with the SpongeBob related quotes. As for Arizona, they had some good things last drive. They just were a yard short.
Yeah, exactly right. That they'd probably still be on that drive, but they had to turn the ball over. And do you know why Patrick was always so happy on SpongeBob, Colin?
I have no idea. You can tell me after this play, which is going to be a DJ Moses reception, and he jukes ahead and picks up 3 yards, 2nd and 7.
Patrick was so happy on SpongeBob because he knew someday he would be a star.
Oh, of course he would.
Right. Crabs. Hey, we can sing the fun song later. This is a fun game, especially if you're Denver.
Single receiver to the top 2 tight ends. Offset I formation. Jackson fires out. Complete the Bovine for the first down.
Too much scoring by team members not wearing orange. Yes. That's good analysis there in the chat. Colin, how do people need to get in the chat again?
Visit our friends at FTF Next at www.twitch.tv/FTF Next. And Mike Daggs is not a fan of your Patrick pun, as Donnie Hands was upset he couldn't haul that one in.
Well, there might be children listening, and it's always good to have a dad joke. I don't know why they call them dad jokes. To me, they're just jokes.
Rick, we've been over this. Why they're dad jokes? We have a 2nd and 10 from the Scorpion 30.
Back on the field, Arizona needs to get something going here.
And from the gun, Jackson, off balance throw to Bovine will set up nice yards at 3rd and 2 at the 38.
Ashley doing something that I had alluded to earlier. She rolls out to her right and is looking right, looks to her left, and jump throws that ball for a completion. That's the kind of stuff you got to be careful of if you're Denver.
Press coverage from the Nightwings. Instead, they go to the opposite side, and there's a brilliant call as DJ Moses gets ahead to the 46, first down, Arizona.
Yeah, here come your Arizona Scorpions.
Spin up the middle, nice block from Bovine to provide Moses enough room to get to that.
Yeah, and he's having some fun. Personally, I'm a fan of the Plankton version of fun. F is for fire that burns down the town.
Used for uranium bombs.
Bombs. Plankton, the hapless proto-terrorist that can never get his plans to do anything.
As the throw again goes out to Moses, he's made a couple catches on this drive, and good for him. Maybe that'll open up run lanes later.
Exactly, and don't look now, but Arizona's out to midfield. They'd like to get off the minus side of things. 2nd and 8, their next opportunity.
Bunch formation, Jackson out to Moses, and he picks up yardage to the 48 of Denver as they cross over the midfield stripe to set up a 3rd and 3. Oh yes, Mellow Taylor, the Krusty Krab pizza song is another memorable one.
That's right.
When Squidward and SpongeBob are forced to go walking through blinding desert sand after SpongeBob loses the boat.
And there's the ugly barnacle reference. We'll get back to that.
As Jackson throws. Knocked away.
Oh, Miss Jackson, please don't do that again. That was high-low coverage over on the right side of the formation, and she still tries to force that in there. She's looking that direction the whole time. And The Scorpions are lucky that wasn't a worse outcome than an incompletion.
Looking for Boban would have been enough for a first down, but the linebacker there, Sam Blanchett, got other ideas.
Looking at the replay, I'm willing, based on new information, to change my opinion. That may have been a completion, but she needed to lead him and let him run under it.
Arizona's punt to Bryce Battle, who's had 2 touchdown receptions. Battle will actually let this go, and that turns out to be a very unwise decision as the ball is down to the 1. 3:27 left in the third. Denver in firm control, up 31-14. You're watching the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports and For the Fans. Welcome back to Denver, Colorado. The Night Wings had the ball on their own 1-yard line following a brilliant Scorpion punt. They've scored 17 straight, and that will not help matters as the deep throw is complete to Logan Keel. They might have to decline the penalty anyway.
You think they might have to as they go out to the 30? Wow.
And Tim Hackett continues to be the comedian of the week as he says, "You want me to see the Rick meter? Want me to see it again?"
Who's 55 for Arizona, Colin?
That is Dede Sachs.
Dede Sachs is not going to be Employee of the Month at the Arizona Krusty Krab, as he ends up getting offsides. Here's your Denver Night Wings now out at the 30.
Ball's actually marked closer to the 29. Ari Mills, second reception for Mills, picks up.
Yes, picks up
8 yards.
Okay, so pay attention now. Try and keep up. So the you may have heard we were chatting with the producer. We're coming out of the break. Denver's got 17 unanswered points here, and they've got the ball again.
And they making it look easy. Miller deep down the field, caught. That is Logan Keel. His third catch for 72 yards as Miller continues to deal aces down the field.
Oh, my goodness. And slowly breaking the hearts of Arizona fans here as they move into deep in the plus side of the field. And Colin and I can confirm in the chat that Simulationfl did sing, the producer did sing the Krusty Krab pizza song to us and did a serviceable job, quite adequate, I might say, better than either Colin and I could do with that.
2nd and 10, Dede Sachs forces an incomplete pass.
There's all kinds of jocularity happens during the break. So if you were thinking about getting into the stats broadcast team, there's yet another reason besides the exciting SFL action that you see before you.
As Miller outcut. Oh, Manikanaka messed the timing of that one up as he knocked it away from Giacomo Jones, 3rd down and 10.
Mekaleka high, Mekahini ho, and away it goes. Oh no, more references. We already steered the chat right into the um, SpongeBob dead end there.
No need to go Pee-wee, please. Judge Miller will throw on 3rd and 10 to Giacomo Jones. He'll end up 2 yards short of the sticks. And Miller is up to a staggering 349 passing yards.
Let me just say I was a little off center earlier today when a salesman came to the front door.
Kramer Jackman on for his first field goal attempt of the day, believe it or not. Ball is spotted on the left hash. And Jackman's kick is right down Main Street. As you see the numbers for Kramer.
Wow.
Those numbers, folks, if you're looking at the 100 mark in parentheses in the all-time, it's supposed to be 83 out of 82.
83 out of 82. 83 out of 100? I don't know. Hey, I was going to say, Tim Hacksaw gets a hat tip from yours truly for pointing out that alluding to the fact that the key to scoring well in the SAT is your vocabulary. Study your vocabulary. If you haven't taken the SAT and you're going to, take about a year and get serious about your vocabulary. You know what they say about that word?
Jacob McCullough turns up to the 19. That's the word.
That's the word. Word to your mother.
Nicholas Sala is up at the fullback position with DJ Moses. As Jackson fires it out, complete to James' hands for the first down. And that's start of something good for Arizona.
Yeah. Hey, I just want to note for the internal tech team, the producer may have his mic open. I'm not sure. But
so that was an 11-yard play. First play to drive. This is going to be a first down pass to DJ Moses, and Moses will pick up 7 yards. So Jackson 2 for 2 right away.
And she needs to keep that up as we are below a tick under a minute to go here in the third. And thanks, Denver Nightwings, for the shout out to Denver the dog. I'll let you know, embarrassingly enough, he was a total dweeb and was tearing apart the booth earlier. Yours truly had to settle him down a couple of times.
Moses picks up 1 yard. He's now up over 100 yards. He's 107 now. Third down and 1. Arizona 1 for 4 third downs today. Two tight ends, split backs, one receiver out.
Oh,
Moses easily picks up the first down as we approach the end of the third. It's Denver 34, Arizona 14. You're watching the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports and for the Fan. Welcome back to Denver, Colorado. I'm Colin Northrup. He's Rick Northrup.
Hey, all you potato chips. Let's go.
Rosca Santagria and Benjamin Warner are statisticians. Cameron Irvine is pushing all the buttons as producer.
And singing all the theme songs.
And then, interesting update from
Yes.
Man Robinson. He said PSG, Paris Saint-Germain, won this year's UEFA Championship, a 1-0 victory.
Congratulations to those guys. Uh-oh.
As the tip is intercepted. It was off the hands of the intended receiver and caught instead by number 22, Barry Barkley, the strong safety.
Wow.
In his first year after spending his first 4 years in Tulsa, takes it off of Donahans, his Butterfingers, and returns it upfield.
Well, Mr. Butterfingers, that's hilarious. And with that, the Rick meter is belatedly announcing that this is a full-on, full Denver game now.
Miller, play action. Deep shot, first play. Oh!
Almost tips it to himself.
Mosley, he had it in his hands and then he dropped it.
He almost got it again. Yeah, solid Denver at this point. In one of the most obvious comments of the day. Hey, while we're regrouping after that missed deep ball, I want to let you know you can catch the SFL live every July through October and every January through April over the weekends and Monday nights on 11 Sports for the fans and the SFL's YouTube and Twitch channels. Take that. Follow at Simulationfl on Twitter to always get the most up-to-date broadcast dates, times, and matchups so you don't miss a moment of the action.
Jared McChesney picked up 2 yards on the second down and 10 play. It's a third down and 8 situation. Denver's in the empty shotgun. Here come the slants. No, they go out, cut to the bottom, and Giacomo Jones is 2 yards short.
Oh, 4th and 2.
Coming up next on the SFL Twitch channel, we have Baltimore at Louisiana at 8 o'clock, followed by Chicago, Carolina on the SFL YouTube channel. And we're back here at 11 Sports and for the fans starting at 7 Eastern on Monday as Fort Worth takes on Florida. Then at Jacksonville at Charleston at 9 o'clock on Monday.
Kick is away. And they're going to let it bounce. And it's flip-flopping, but it is run into the end zone.
9:24 left to go in this ball game. Denver in firm control, up 34-14. You're watching the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports and for the fans. Welcome back as the Arizona Scorpions are down by a bundle at the ball on their own 20. 1st and 10 with 9:24 left to go in this game. Ashley Jackson taking a deep shot, but it's knocked away by that young man, Barry Barkley, who had the interception last time, pass intended for Donahue.
Well, they are down by a bundle, Colin, but it is 20 points. That's 3 scores, and we've seen a lot crazier things in less time.
Arizona is 3 of 7 on third down. That has played a big reason why Denver has been such firmly in control today.
They can't keep themselves on the field, can they?
Ashley Jackson is in the gun. She's back to throw. Fires over the middle to the second tight end, who only manages to pick up 2. Marilyn Marshall is the defensive end for the Night Wings. He's a collector of shoes, is cousins with fellow defensive end Michael Rochester, and is working on getting his certification to be an athletic or personal trainer.
Sweet.
Played 2 years in the Arena Football League with the Upstate Dragons of the American Arena League, who last competed in 2018.
Oh!
Donnie Hands with a diving catch as he goes full extension, and the young man pulls it down for a first down.
Desmond Howard. Love that catch. Lay yourself out for that bad boy right there. And he maintains control. Nice.
So many times in this league, we've seen receivers go for the dive of the ball, but they're unable to survive the ground, as it were.
Complete the process, as they say. And I think you may have called him Marilyn Marshall. It's Marlon Marshall?
Marlon Marshall.
Yeah, there
Yes, my apologies.
No, I might have misheard. You never know.
Second and
Distracted.
4 following a completion to James Hands. He's had a couple drops today, but is the leading receiver for Arizona as they get the ball to midfield with 8:14 left.
Can you believe Marilyn Monroe is married to Joe DiMaggio? That boy must have had some game, you know?
Can't quite figure out how that happened. Although they do say gentlemen prefer blondes. DJ Moses will get stopped in the backfield by Adam Wiseman for a loss of 1. Set up a 3rd and 6. As we mentioned, Arizona 3 of 7.
Well, my point was I didn't know Mr. Coffee had game.
Empty shotgun look. Trips to the bottom. Jacks audibleizes the play. Outcut. It's going to be 2 yards short of the sticks. I feel like we've seen this movie before. Exact same thing happened with Denver.
I know there's a lot that happens in every game and on every play, but it's these little execution points, like not running your route deep enough, that by themselves are innocent, but over time they add up, and it's nearly blocked, Colin.
That's a fair catch is called for by Battle. Down to the Nightwing 12 is where Denver will begin that possession.
So what's the total yardage? Do we have that for Denver at this point, Colin? We can get back to that.
The total yardage. I can do some quick figuring.
Where we got?
As that throw goes out of bounds. No, it's dropped by Decker, the other tight end.
So they've been up and down the field quite a bit. It'll be interesting to see where they end up.
364 passing yards for Miller on 32 completions.
And
Jared McKinnon.
Another 115 of rushing?
Yep.
Is that what I've got? Wow. 179. Still 7 minutes to go.
Thank you, Rosca Santagria and Benjamin Warner, for keeping tabs on the numbers as he did the cue. Them all the way back at the 3. Sets up a 3rd and forever.
Oh, man. He's twisting around like a marlin on the line, and he can't get away. Lucky he wasn't drug into the end zone for the 2-pointer for the Scorpions.
Ball is at the 3. It's a 3rd down and 19 situation. 7 of 12 on third downs today's Denver. Played a big part in why they're winning this game. Play action. Miller out of his own end zone deep. And it's picked up by Eddie Gage, who leaps over down defender and down the field he goes. All the way down to the right wing 12-yard line. Hold the phone. It's not quite over yet.
Right. Well, though that little two-play series, really the whole defensive stand right there was great. I mean, they force him into third and long. They put pressure on him. They get Miller to make a bad throw. I mean, these are the exact kind of go-getters I need for my EM50 project, now that I think about it, Colin.
First interception of the day for the Arizona defense. Jackson hit as she throws, incomplete. Pressure was coming fast and furious.
Dangerous. She just barely got that ball away. You know she was trying to make a completion and not just throw the ball away. Second and 10 from the Denver 12.
You know they would love to put this in the end zone to take full advantage of it. Sean Crooked snaps the ball to Jackson, turns, gives to Moses. He's stopped after a 2-yard pickup. He's up to 118 yards, 6.6 yards a carry.
I forgot to mention, Colin, after this game, we're going to go to Czechoslovakia for the weekend.
You didn't tell me why we were going.
I mean, Austria for the weekend, sorry. God, messed that joke up. All I know is I can't believe John and Russell are spies.
As Donnie Hands catches it falling out of bounds, it'll be 3 yards short of the sticks.
Eddie 12 gauge, nice. Why have we not thought of that before?
Looks like Cliff Allen will be coming on for a field goal attempt.
The chat exhorting them to go for the touchdown.
I guess 3 points is better than no points.
Exactly.
And this field goal from 21 is up and good for Cliff Allen. So 5:31 to go in the game. Denver is up in front 34-17. You're watching the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports and for the Fans. 5:31 to go. Welcome back to Richard L. Snowden Memorial Stadium in Denver, Colorado. Night Wings in firm control as Arizona tacks on a field goal to make it a 34-17 game. Bryce Battle on the return. Spins ahead and gets to the 27.
Spins right into the arms of Matt Strange, who stops the attempt. So I noticed in the chat, Colin, there people were talking about clock management and late game management and so forth. But, you got to remember there were still, 6 minutes to go or so when they, kicking that field goal and what have you. But all I'm going to say is if you think you hate the clock management now, wait till you get to the end of the game.
Josh Miller back to throw. Has a catch out to Jeremy Mosley. And you see the yardage for Miller.
Look at that comparison. Miller's 361. Yikes.
Jackson 161.
So, you notice Miller's got the white sleeves. I don't know, he's got a white undershirt or whatever. He's the only guy on the team like that. Is that like, when you go to a wedding, the groom wears something different, right? Like maybe a white tux from the groomsmen and a black tux or something. Is that what's going on here?
I'm not sure. Jared McChesney gets stopped at the line of scrimmage by Joey Tropicana.
Why he got to be different? That's what I want to know. He's special or something?
And if you think this deficit is insurmountable, you could be wrong. Portland was down 17-3 in the last time and scored 17 straight points to win. Arizona gets another pick. And this again is Eddie Gage, who returns it up to the 42.
So what were you saying about the Portland game, Colin?
Portland was down 17-3, hadn't scored an offensive touchdown in 8 quarters or so, and they scored 17 straight points to secure the first franchise dub
and win the game
in history.
Win the game in regulation, right? So, yeah, Arizona, pick your head up here, get yourself in the game. And say, Portland can do it, we can do it.
Eddie Gage with his second pick.
His second scoop, nice. He's a dog.
Ashley Jackson, quick throw over the middle. To Donnie Hansen, here comes the hurry up.
I like that. I think that puts that quick hitter over the middle, puts a lot of pressure.
Now they go a little more pronounced, and they almost throw a pick. Oh. Matt Papina almost had interception number 3.
Oh, my.
Looking for... Let's see who the intended receiver was. Now they're looking for Jacob McCall.
Yeah, and McCall maybe needed to run that a little steeper, get behind those 3 guys, 3 defenders. Ashley could have aired it out a little bit. A mistake on both ends probably, but nearly a disaster.
3rd and 2 situation. Ball on the Nightwing 34-yard line. Jackson in the gun with Moses to her left. 3 wide and a tight end. Back to throw over the middle. Tiberius Bowen with a catch, and it's first down to the 25. And here again they go with the hurry up. Jackson slant over the middle. Oh, it's intercepted. Bovine thought he had it in his hands, but he bobbled it. And Roscoe Santagria, a.k.a. the stats man, grabs it out of the air.
Well played and good concentration when that ball is ping-ponging around, and it's not in a spiral, obviously. It's flipping end over end or what have you to be able to grab it and secure it.
4:05 left. Nightwings take over on their own 15, 1st and 10. Jared McChesney gets things started here with a good run up the middle. He's averaging 9.1 yards a carry. It's almost a first down every time he touches the football.
Well, Eddie Gage is getting ready for his 3rd scoop, but I think Denver may just be content to run the ball here, up by 17, 3:40 to go.
There's a look at Eddie Gage, the Hall of Famer. Spent time with the Baltimore Crabs, Houston Hyenas, and now the Arizona Scorpions. Here is the give out the middle. Jared McChesney will pick up the first down with ease to the 29. As we take a look at the SFL calendar, coming up at 8 o'clock Eastern Time on the SFL Twitch channel, we have the Baltimore Vultures and the Louisiana Revolution. And we've seen some good back and forth between Baltimore and Louisiana, specifically Johnny Pickler doing his little poolside vlog, just chilling.
Same play.
And Jared McChesney up the middle will pick up 6 yards. It'll be 2nd and 4.
At this point in the game, why not call that play every time? You're just trying to advance the clock.
You're winding down toward 2 minutes. I'd imagine here they just wouldn't try to run play before the 2-minute warning. Miller has been in the league 6 years. Seen some young quarterbacks snap it before the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, they don't even need to snap it here. Oh, they do.
But they get an offside, which is very strange because it'll stop the clock.
But it'll give them a first down, which is life for the Nightwings. Death for Arizona.
Offsides called on
number 99.
Mark Mello this time. Jumping off. Be a 5-yard variety.
The old school backboard there. Neckboard. Did Bosworth have one of those?
No, I believe
he was a neck roll man.
I think he was a neck roll guy. But he had the haircut.
Yeah, Mandarich was a neck roll guy for sure. So I guess we're citing the all NFL flop team.
One more play before the 2-minute warning, and the backup tailback will take this to the 45. You're watching the SFL on 11 Sports and for the fans. Denver in front, 34-17. Welcome back to Denver, Colorado as the backups are in. Brandon Perna is the quarterback. Skeeter Baja is the tailback, and Baja will pick up 3 yards. Arizona burns their second timeout. They have 1 left.
That's right. And shout out for Skeeter Baja, maybe one of the better names among many good names in the SFL.
I saw some Tony Mandarich talking in the chat.
Some Mandarich defense there. Yes. Once he kind of detoxed off the steroids, he was okay. Actually, he did not play at number 1 pick level. That would be
Baja's pick. Baja picks up 2 yards, but he needed 3. Tackle made by Weil. You saw Tony Mandrich play in college at
Yeah.
Michigan State, Dad?
Yeah, he was very good. He was very good at MSU. Of course, his history at Michigan State tainted by the subsequent discovery that he was a big roid guy.
As the return by Jacob McCall goes up to the 16. Minute 43 left for the Scorpions.
Seen a lot of both Michigan State and Michigan football in my day. Grew up in East Lansing and then went to Michigan and Ann Arbor. So there you go.
Of course, season ticket holders both at there and at Eastern Michigan, but unfortunately, extenuating circumstances.
No football this fall. Anyway, here we go.
Ashley Jackson
Ooh.
trying to go over the middle
Was
with
it-
DJ Moses, but he was caught in traffic.
Was it batted down?
Incomplete. No, it's just a straight up missed throw. I think it was
Oh,
a
man.
communication.
Shackler 3.
That's our good friend Steven Hacker.
That's a hacker. Hat tip. Tip of the hat for making me giggle.
Jackson back to throw. Curl route to McCall. Picks up 6 yards.
So I want to know if Stephen Hacker's hair gets moody and angry and has issues that way socially.
As the throw over the middle. This time Bovine catches it. It's first down to the 33. Back to throw. Down the field, knocked away by number 96. Jonah Lamu.
So that brings up 2nd and 10 here for their efforts.
Backups are in for Arizona at all positions. But you still have some star corners out there because of how they're built. Jackson completes this to Donnie Hands out of bounds, sets up a 3rd and 2.
Let me correct you. You said backups are in for Arizona. Did you mean Denver?
Or Denver.
Yeah.
I meant Denver.
I was going to say, you get to this part of the game's not in doubt, but if you're Arizona, you want to get some things worked out, get some execution going, try and put some more points on the board, and it'll give you a little bit of momentum going into a week of practice and into next week's game. And so it's actually pretty important here for them to move the ball here.
Jackson out route to James Hands, breaks the tackle, and he got out of bounds at the Denver 37. Jackson making some good throws late.
Wow.
And Stephen Hacker, to answer your question, says, yes, very moody. The good days are great. The bad days are, well, nightmarish.
Just checking. This is an obvious side effect of using steroids appropriately under the supervision of a medical professional.
Empty backfield look. Denver showing press coverage. Oh, this could be dangerous with some of these second and third teamers in. Throw over the middle is complete.
That was nifty. It didn't break stride, but turned around and caught the ball. We're not going to have a chance to get another look at that, but that was impressive.
Clock is stopped at 48 as Jackson spikes the ball. She's now attempted 45 passes on the day.
Wow. Want to thank our stats people.
Ruska Santagria and Benjamin Warner.
Appreciate all the good updates, numbers, and help keeping us square.
Quick drop from Jackson. Over the middle, caught. First down at the 7. Bovine again.
Yeah, don't make fun of me for using that word. This just in, I got an email from Huey Lewis. It's hip to be square.
Spike called on 2nd and goal. Clock stopped at 35 seconds. Steven Hacker has
the chat just cracks me up. If you're not in the chat, you got to get yourself in the chat. Colin, how do you get in the chat?
twitch.tv/FTF next.
Thank you. As here, it's second and goal for the Scorpions. Is that short
Jackson
drop? Oh, sorry.
hit it. She throws. Incomplete.
Sorry, I started doing your job. My mistake. 1,000 apologies.
And thank you for the effusive comments about my dad and how awesome he is.
Yeah, well, thank you.
As the Scorpions operate out of gun, Jackson
There it
fires
is.
to the end zone, caught by Jacob McCall for the touchdown.
Nice. Nice. Love that.
It's now an 11-point game, pending the extra point.
No doubt on that one. I thought I was worried they wasn't gonna get his feet in bounds. But again, I'll go back to my comment. That is don't underestimate the lift the Scorpions get from that drive. As they pull this to within 10.
With 30 seconds left. And according to our good friend Mike Daggs, we've hit the over. It was 55.5.
And here we sit at 58.
Onside kick coming.
Oh, they get a good bounce.
And,
Man, there's a scrum. What's happening?
Oh, I think Denver got it.
Did they? They did. Right, there it is. Under number 35.
Looks like they had it, but not quite. And
It's our friend Roska.
Denver will kneel out the rest of this clock.
So we'll salt this away. It's funny because he's also salt of the earth, you know? Just saying.
Miller downs it. And they shouldn't have to snap it.
I agree. Nicholas, I thought the kicking team might get that one as well. Thanks for the comments, the compliments in the chat. We appreciate it. It's a privilege for Colin and I to be able to do this. Very aware of that, and happy that you guys like it, or some do.
Final score is Denver 34, Arizona 24. And the Night Wings are the first to reach 5 wins as they move to 5-1.
Congratulations to your Denver Night Wings, and here's the awful stat line: over 500 total yards.
Arizona 380.
380. They get a lot of that back on that last possession, which was nice. And Arizona's they didn't. It wasn't their day today, but got a good team. A lot of talent, and I think they're still they're going to be okay.
Josh Miller, 33 of 50, 371 yards, a pair of touchdowns, but those 3 interceptions. 2 of which Eddie Gage, and 1 was a pick 6 to a linebacker.
Yes.
That made it close to begin with.
So the Arizona offense does end up scoring some points, and their defense contributed. I mean, if you look at it that way, not a bad showing. But Ashley Jackson was off her game. I did expect Arizona to have a better second half than the first half, and that was true. But Denver just kept the hammer down, Colin.
Cliff Allen made this field goal here to make it a 34-17 game at one point. And Miller just having to find Gage again. He's like a heat-seeking missile to that football. And Ashley, she had some nice throws, but this one was the real backbreaker. Bovine just bobbled the ball.
Yep, if they could have even just had an incompletion on that, they might have, if they'd have gotten a score on that position, they would have had a little more time to work with.
Although, it ends up that the Hans brothers were a big part of the contributions, and the player of the game is Jared McChesney, 150 rushing yards, 24 receiving yards, and 2 touchdowns on 17 carries. Congratulations to the man they called the J-Train. For those of us at the Simulation Football League, thanks to our statisticians Ross Casantagria and Benjamin Warner, and our executive producer Cameron Irvine, I'm your play-by-play commentator Colin Northrup. Rick Northrup is Ben, my color man. Thanks. Have a good rest of your evening.